Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Mindful Convo. So for today the topic will be the difference between private sector and public sector organization. So basically we can identify the differences on the basis of six main basic parameters, which are ownership, agents oblique principles, objectives, finance, level of scrutiny and assurance. So we'll try to understand each and every parameter separately. Firstly, I'll discuss about the private sector and then about the public sector. So in the public sector, the ownership is related to the government. So the government is owning the public sectors. So how government owns the public sector? On behalf of taxpayers, because in the public sector you will see that the companies are purely owned by government. After that, if we discuss about agents or principals, so here who are the agents? The directors are the agents, and who is the principal? Taxpayers, because the people who are investing their money are the taxpayers, who are normal individuals like me, like you, and who are acting as an agent for those principals means for us, these are the directors who are running the company. So here the main point is that in the public sector the directors will be the agents who are working on behalf of the principals, who are taxpayers. Then objective. So basically in public sector the objective of company will always be the value maximization. So here they will always think from the point of view of each and every taxpayer, where each and every taxpayer wants their wealth maximization. So here they will see the value for money, where you can see my separate video for value for money principle, where there are 3 E's: economy, efficiency and effectiveness. So basically the main motive is to provide high quality of services here. So after that, finance. So these companies are financed by government, because ultimately ownership is of government. Then level of scrutiny is very high. So what's the point behind the high scrutiny? The main point is that here the amount which is invested in this company is of taxpayers. So here government becomes conscious that yes, each and every penny of money they are utilizing in the good manner. There is no illegitimate sources involved. So here the level of scrutiny will always be high. Then regarding assurance, so here basically the audit is done, the external audit is done, and the political scrutiny will always be there, because public sector companies usually report to an oversight body, like a body of governors, to assure the owners that the organization is meeting its objectives and the resources of the organization is used in the best interest. So here there is a involvement of political scrutiny as well, and external audit is compulsory here. There is no point of exemption from any audit or anything. So then regarding the private sector, here the ownership is of shareholders, there is no government involved. Then agents and principals, you will see the directors are also the agents here, like same with the public sector, but the shareholders are principals here, because they are investing the money, because private sectors are raising their money through private methods like equity. Then the objective is profit. There is no objective of high quality. The foremost objective here is profit and maximization of wealth of shareholders. Then finance. So here the finance will be private equity, equity financing or debt, whereas in the public sector the finance was done by government. Then level of scrutiny here is low. So here the money is invested by the shareholders, not by the taxpayers. So basically in the private sector, the directors are in less stress because no amount of taxpayers is involved here, no government intervention is here. So due to that point, the level of scrutiny is low. Then assurance is external audit. There is no involvement of political scrutiny like in the public sector. So it is the basic understanding of the differences between private sector and public sector. Now, what is the aim of understanding these topics? In SBL exam, you will be given a case study. So the case study might be of in public sector or in private sector. So considering these points, you have to frame your answers. In question, they won't be asking you straight away what is the difference, but you have a basic understanding. So while having that knowledge, you can frame your answers accordingly, because if you mix both the points, if you use some examples of public sector in private sector or vice versa, then you will lose the marks. So it was all about the video. Thank you, stay tuned, goodbye.